So welcome to SC Cyber Safe. If you are new, I'm Emmanuel. So I will just be diving straight into today's video. I will be trying my best to answer lots of questions which people ask relating to scammers on the internet. Especially, I'll be starting from questions that people ask relating to Nigerian scammers. Then from there, I'll just proceed to answer general questions relating to scammers, to internet scammers. So hopefully you get the hang of it and you get to understand everything you need to know about scammers in general. So you will see lots of funny questions and lots of ridiculous questions also that people ask on the internet. So I think let's just dive into it. I'll share my screen so that you see some of the questions. If you have a question, please feel free to ask your question. If you have any question, oh, Christina, please welcome. Oh, you've not been on. Oh, wow, welcome. I don't know if there's a way I could um celebrate this. There's no, but welcome. This is your first time on our live stream. Yeah, I really don't do lots of live streams, but thank you for joining. I really appreciate it. So let me just share my screen so that we'll dive right into the video. Okay, entire screen. So let's share it. Okay, great. So I just hope. Okay, oh great. You have a question. So I guess let me start with your question first before I let me just stop sharing my. Let me start with your question before I go generally. So you said what type of scammers that's type of scam are most prevalent coming from within your country, that's Nigeria? Well, this is a really good question. In Nigeria, we have the scammers in Nigeria use, I think they use they use scams based on social engineering. They don't use, or you don't see them targeting people with tech-related scams like, oh, we are calling from Amazon, or we are calling from like Jumia, which is the popular marketplace used in Nigeria. You don't get calls like that. So what you see, or the type of scams that Nigerian scammers use are mostly dating scams. You see them on platforms like Tinder and some other of those dating platforms like Facebook dating platforms. So that's where you see most of them. So, but what I really noticed is that in this year, in 2022, most of them are now using this sort of these bots comments. So if you've seen all these comments which you see online saying reach out to this person to help you retrieve your hacked account, all those spam comments you see on YouTube and on all those other social media platforms like Instagram, Facebook, yeah, those are coming from Nigerian scammers basically. So I think they've upgraded, or they've shifted a bit from dating scams, because I think people are already noticing the whole dating scam. So they are diversifying into different type of scams. I would think before the end of this year, I will compile most of the scams that they are currently using, and then I'll try and do a video on that to update the video which I've done in the past. So thank you for that question. I think I will explain more on this question once we move further into the video. Thank you for the question. Okay, so let me share my screen. Let me share my screen. A Chrome tab. Okay, great. So okay, so the first question here, as you can see, so this is I got it from answerthepublic.com. So I just put it. This gives me the common questions that people ask about Nigerian scammers. So the first one is so under this this is just the keyword. So it says, is Nigeria a scammer country? So like I said, there will be lots of funny questions. Like this first question is really funny. Is Nigeria a scammer country? Well, Shelly Steed, welcome. Okay, I will answer your question once I'm done with the first one. I will go ahead and answer your own question. So the first question is Nigeria a scammer country? Well, Nigeria is not a scammer country, or what the person is trying to say is Nigeria known for scams. Well, Nigeria is a country that people have known in the past for as where scammers come from. Or most scammers that you see online, you see them either being from Nigeria or from India or something of that sort. So I wouldn't say Nigeria. I wouldn't even like if people tag Nigeria as a scam country, because there are lots of good people in Nigeria. Also, scammers are doing their scammers are the ones tarnishing the image of Nigerians. But Nigeria as a country is it's a fairly good country. So Nigeria is not a scam country. If you have that in mind, just know that as there are bad people in some countries, the same way some there are bad or there are scammers in Nigeria. So Nigeria in general, it's not like everyone is just scamming. You have, unlike some places where you see call centers and all, you you don't really see scam call centers like that in Nigeria. Most of those scammers operate individually. Yeah, Christina said, yeah, scammers are everywhere in the world. You are correct, you are right. There are scammers everywhere in the world, but there are some countries where these scammers are sort of prevalent, where you see them, like Nigeria and all. I think it's majorly because of the whole economy and something of that sort. So we have lots of questions, as you can see. So I think I will briefly touch everyone because I want to cover everything. So let's go back to Shelly Steed's question. He said, "How can I track a scammer?" Hmm. This is a tough question. It depends on how the scammer reaches out to you. There are ways you can track the scammer. If you're talking about um just to track the person's online signature, when I mean tracking a scammer's online signature, it means wherever a scammer is, you always know that, okay, this particular scammer is on this social media platform. But if it's physically to track a scammer, it could be difficult. So you could use Grabify links, or you could use Grabify to track a scammer and know where the person is currently located. So if you go to grabify.link, you'll be able to create a tracking link, which once you send to the scammer and the scammer clicks it, it tells you every detail about the scammer, including his location, the device he's using, and just basic details, the IP address and all. So I think I know there are some people that can track scammers directly to where they stay or to their operation center, but it's always very difficult, and it takes a lot of experience. I personally don't know how to track them directly to where they stay, and I would really advise anyone not to. If you really don't have experience, please don't try to track them like physically. Don't try to locate where they are. Don't try to engage, because some of those people are really dangerous. If they can try to scam someone of the person's hard earned money, they could really do anything to you. So you wouldn't want to engage with them physically. So you can just track them and um just to know what their type of scams are, just to understand the signature. So you can go ahead and um send them this Grabify link, which would get info about the scammer. So I guess that's the only way you can track the scammer. So I hope that answers your question, Shelly. So let me go to the next one. The next one is, who is the best scammer in Nigeria? Like I said, some of these questions will be really funny. Um, I don't think there's a best scammer in Nigeria, though the best scammer has been caught, or the person that has stolen the most amount of money, over I would say over $100 million, if I'm not even reducing the amount the person has stolen. I don't know if you've heard of Hush Puppy. If you've heard of Hush Puppy, you can just give a thumbs up. Let me know if you've heard of him. But Hush Puppy is the most prominent Nigerian scammer who has been caught by the FBI and has been arrested. So I think they are still in the trial phase to um, properly sue him and take him to jail. But right now he has been arrested, and I think they're investigating. So yeah, that answers that particular question. So signs of a Nigerian romance scammer. Well, signs of a Nigerian romance scammer. Basically, it's difficult to know a Nigerian romance scammer except when the person starts requesting for stuff. But the best way to know a romance scammer is if you feel like you want to date someone, because I did a video where I said that scammers shouldn't make you to be paranoid when you want to date someone, or they shouldn't make you scared of, oh, is this person trying to scam me? So if you're trying to date someone, or if you're into that dating stuff, and then you want to know if the person is a Nigerian romance scammer, you just have to request a video call. Most of them would never ever most of them will never accept a video call because they wouldn't want to blow their cover. And again, if someone most of these Nigerian romance scammers use pictures all these maybe soldiers and people in the military, people in the navy, and they just use people's pictures and then they tell you they like you and all those sort of stuff. So once you just get a random message of once someone just sends you a message randomly, it's obviously going to be a scammer. So they don't just randomly send you a message, and it's going to be very obvious. So I guess that answers that particular question. Sorry if I'm not explaining it further, but I'm trying to cover everything as best as I can. Who is the first scammer in Nigeria? I'm skipping that. I really don't know who the first scammer is. Okay. Who is the biggest scammer in Nigeria? Hush Puppy is the biggest scammer in Nigeria, and he has been caught by the FBI in America because he has scammed a lot of people. He even scammed like the American government. So to show you how big of a scammer the person is. So there are other scammers also that have been caught. They are really big scammers. And yeah, I guess that answers that question. Then the next one, can scammers use your phone number? If the question this person is asking, or this if I understand this question, can scammers use your phone number? Well, um, okay. Christina said, and the social engineer, the honest, and yeah, they actually social engineer vulnerable people. Yeah, that's what they do most of the time. They social engineer vulnerable people. Okay, so now back to this. Can scammers use your phone number? Well, scammers cannot really use your phone number if you have your phone number. They can't use your phone number. Your phone number belongs to you. They can't use your phone number. That's just the basic answer. It's very very difficult for them to use your phone number. Can a scammer go to jail? Yes, a scammer can go to jail if they are caught, but it's mostly the large scammers or the huge scammers or the big scammers that get caught. Most of this, all these small petty scammers that are online and that scam people $200, $300, $500, $1,000. All those are petty scammers, like they are little scammers. So they don't really. It's difficult to catch those ones, and those ones cannot really go to jail. But if they catch them, they will surely go to jail. But it's difficult to catch those ones because they always move from one place to another. But the top ones that go after organizations, after CEOs and companies, those ones, because once they scam people, they always try to investigate further and they end up catching those ones. So how to scare a Nigerian scammer? You can't scare a Nigerian scammer. You can't scare a Nigerian scammer. There's nothing you want to do. For if you're threatening the person, that you report the person to FBI or to the police, or you can't scare a Nigerian scammer. Let's just put it that way. You can't scare a Nigerian scammer. Then let's move to the house. How Nigerian scammers? Okay, this first question is not complete. So the next one, how do Nigerian scammers talk? So I can tell you some keywords that Nigerian scammers use. Some of the keywords are okay. So they keep using okay, 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 okay. So okay is like the words that most Nigerians use, and then the scammers cannot eliminate it from their diction. So they keep using okay. So once you hear someone saying okay, or in every text the person is using okay, it's obvious that this person is a Nigerian. And also, in terms of talking, also, I think, let me see. Yeah, some of them use dear, like DEAR, dear. So thank you, dear. Thanks, dear. Thanks. This. So they keep using dear, dear, dear. I think it's for when they are doing this, they are dating scams. They keep once you see someone keep saying dear when they are chatting with you, it's obvious that the person is a Nigerian. So next on, how a Nigerian scammer sold a fake airport. Wow, so this one was crazy. I think this one happened over 5 years ago or 6 years ago. um you can go ahead and research that story. It's really an interesting story. It was crazy. A Nigerian scammer sold a fake airport and they bought it, and the scammer got the money. So you might need to worry that. Then is Nigeria a scammer country? Please and please, I think it's the second time I'm seeing this question. Nigeria is not a scammer country. Nigeria is a country just like every other country, with good people and also has bad people. So there are obviously scammers in Nigeria, just like there are scammers in every other country. Even United States have some scammers operating in them. UK have some scammers. Indians and everything. So they're always bad people the same way they are good people. So Nigeria should not be tagged as a scammer country, because it affects the image of Nigerians in general. So please, let's not see Nigeria as a scammer country. Rather, see that there are few scammers in Nigeria. That yeah, that's it. So how to report a Nigerian scammer? I'm American. I'm American and I use okay a lot. So okay is not a confirmation but a red flag. Yeah, you're right about that. You're right about that. So yeah, it's not a confirmation but it's a red flag. So I think this is actually a very good comment. So it's not a confirmation when you see okay, it's a red flag that you need to be careful. This might be a Nigerian, it might also not be a Nigerian, but I think Nigerians are just fond of using that word, that particular word, okay. So um, Shelley said, what about I slept off and tie another stone to my stomach? Uh, Shelley, I don't understand that. What about I slept off and tie another stone to my stomach? Uh, okay, maybe I'll get back to that if I comprehend that. So the next one, how Nigerian scammers work. So I think Nigerian scammers, the first thing they do is they first get all their tools. Once they get all their tools, then they dive straight into learning how to do those scams. And I think after learning those scams or learning how to scam, then they start immediately. They start targeting on different social media platforms. I think that's where they start their scams. They go to Instagram, they go to Facebook. Sometimes they get to hack. Once they use hacked accounts, then they start. So I really can't say how they work, but I know they operate mostly on social media. So I guess that answers that question. How much do Nigerian scammers make? I don't know if it's a regular person that is asking this question or if it is a scammer that is asking that particular question, or someone that wants to get into scamming. How much do Nigerian scammers make? Well, it depends. Some of them make a lot of money, like those ones that are already experienced in the game of scamming people. They make a lot of money. Some make $500 daily. Imagine, some make 500, as much as $500 daily. There are some days that some of them would not make anything, but some make that much in a day. So there's no standard amount of money that they make, but once it depends on the amount of people they catch or they get. It depends on the amount of victims they get in a day. So there's no specific amount of money that these guys get. So is Nigeria a scammer country? Again, why do people keep asking that question? How to report a Nigerian scammer? So this one is tough. I think if you've encountered a Nigerian scammer, then maybe you've finally confronted the person and you know the person is a scammer. I don't think there's a way to report the person except you. I don't know how the authorities are in your country, but it's really difficult to report except if they've stolen from you. Like if they've ripped you off of your money and they've gotten some amount of money from you, then you need to report to the police and just let them know, send them the screenshots, let them have the details of what went down and how the person scammed you. So they'll just have it for their record. And it's with their record, they can now start tracking the scammers. For example, if the person scammed you with a particular username on Facebook, once you report to the police, they would keep track of that particular social media platform and they would send it to their cyber security team or to the teams that are in charge of detecting fraud and tracking fraud, and they would help you follow up. Even though they will not tell you, they might not tell you that they'll help you recover your funds, but on the I think back end they will help you, or they will just track that scammer to see if they can catch the scammer. So there's really no way of reporting a scammer rather than to the police. So how can I recover money from a scammer in Nigeria? Okay. So before I answer that, Christina said start with a local police report first, and then the bank, and then FBI. That would be my suggestion. Yeah, you're right. But the bank, it depends on. You might not necessarily need to report to the bank, but police is reporting to the police is definitely a must. Okay, so if they've collected a certain amount of money from you, you need to report to the police. But you might not necessarily report to the bank if, for example, you send them money through PayPal. I don't think your bank has anything to do with PayPal. Or maybe you send them money through Zelle. I don't think your bank has anything to do with Zelle. So reporting to your bank might not really solve anything. But the police definitely. Then FBI, I think FBI will follow up depending on if the scammer is someone that they've been tracking on their radar or something of that sort. So I think the police is really the most important party to report to. So thank you, Christina, for that. Then Shelley said, that is two things he says. I had no money to give him. So okay. I get. I understand what you're saying. So Shelley was saying a scammer was telling I don't have that. That is the two things. I had no money to give him, so he said he's using it to tie his another stone to his stomach, and then I text him, right? He say sorry, I said okay. I think I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying. So you're just basically sharing your experience with a scammer. He has money there. He says he's in AZ Building and Road. It's been a year. I know the jobs are there in section 6. Okay. I'm trying to understand what Shelley is saying. If you can read Shelley's comments and you can explain it clearly to me, I would appreciate that. Shelley, thank you. I'm trying to comprehend it, but meanwhile, let me just move to the next one. Okay. But I understand you're trying to explain your ordeal with a scammer or your meeting with a scammer and what the scammer has been telling you and explaining to you. Okay. So the next one is the next question people ask is, how can I recover my money from a scammer in Nigeria? Well, the direct answer is you don't, or you can't. You can't recover your money. Once they've stolen your money or once you've sent money to them, that's it. The money is gone. You just need to find a way to console yourself, or you have to find a way to um, manage the whole situation. I know people that have lost over maybe $10,000 or £10,000, and there's nothing you can do once these guys have gotten money because it's in different countries. If it's that these guys are operating in your country, the same country as you are, it's easy. But this one is overseas. It's in a different region entirely. One is in Africa, one is in Northern America or Southern America or in Europe. So it's going to be difficult to recover your money because the banks don't relate. So there's no way you can really recover your money. So I don't think you can recover your money except someone tries to scam the scammer then, but it's a long shot. Let me just put it that way. So this is another question: is Nigeria a scammer country? I don't know why that question keeps popping up. Sorry, let me hide this. I don't know why this question keeps popping up. So the next one: who is the best scammer in Nigeria? I'm skipping that, but I think it's Hush Puppy, but he has been caught. Then this one: when signs of a Nigerian scammer. Once you start requesting for money or once you start seeing a very, very shady type of story, but it's difficult to tell because there are lots of ways that these guys have learned to scam people. So it's difficult to tell. But please, if you know how to, if please, those watching, if you know how to detect, if you know the signs of a Nigerian scammer, you can leave it in the comments. If you are watching this on replay, thank you for watching. You can just leave a comment on this. I would really need to see your answer on this. How or what are the signs of a Nigerian scam? I want to see if you have a different idea towards this. So let me move to the next one. When a Nigerian man calls you dear, exactly. So I didn't even know that this particular question was going to pop up. When a Nigerian man calls you dear. So like I said, this particular word is a word that most of them use a lot, especially during romance scams. So they just keep on using dear, dear, dear. So once you start seeing that, just it's a red flag. Like I said, or like Shelley said, like Christina said, it's not a confirmation, but it's a red flag. So once you see that, it should give you an idea that this person is a Nigerian or most likely a Nigerian behind whatever disguise the person might be using, because obviously the person will not be using a Nigerian picture. The person will be using a picture of maybe a white man or someone else or someone in the military or something of that sort. So once you see that, you can now investigate further, ask for a video call, ask for a voice call, then you should be able to get the person. Then the next question, where are scammers from? Okay, so this one, I think scammers are from lots of different places. They are from everywhere around the world, in Nigeria, in the US, in Canada, UK, India, China. They are everywhere. So they are not from any particular country. It's just that there are some countries where they are more prominent or they are prominent, but they are from everywhere. Even in your country, wherever country you are watching this from, they have scammers there. They have people that are scamming, except some countries that maybe the standard of living there is okay and they are not really. But where you see most scammers is from countries that have high population rates and I think I don't know if it's people under poverty line or I don't know, is it third world countries? I don't know what they call them, but countries with high population like China, India, Nigeria, even in US and some of these other countries, yeah, you get to see scammers from there. So I guess that answers that question. So another question, top Nigerian scammer, Hush Puppy is the top Nigerian scammer, at least that have been caught. I think there might be other scammers that have not been caught, but so far the top Nigerian scammer that has been caught is Hush Puppy, and FBI has detained him. If you are just coming, thank you. Please leave a like, and I would love if you contribute because this is an interesting topic. And like I said, there are some funny questions people ask relating to scammers, and I'm just handling questions or results relating to Nigerian scammers first of all. So the next one, what is Nigerian Prince? So Nigerian Prince was the first type of let's just call it, let's say it's like a movie name. Just imagine where Nigerian Prince is the title of a movie, but this is a storyline. So they're like they have certain amount of money in a country, and they can't access the funds. And if you just go online or just go on Google and search for Nigerian Prince scams, it will just tell you the storyline. So I think it's just a storyline basically. Then the next question, Nigerian scammer list. YouTube official, yes, they are bad hackers. Welcome, YouTube official. Okay, he said, okay, I wanted to say scammers. Yeah, they are bad scammers. Oh, I think they are scammers. Any scammer is bad. So every scammer is bad. I remember that scam in the 90s. Yeah, this scam, the Nigerian Prince scam is the oldest type of Nigerian scam. It's the oldest type of Nigerian scam. So the next one, Nigeria scammer list. Well, I can't provide this list. I don't know how to get this list. But I assume if you check Google, you will see a list of Nigerian scammers. You will see a list of the people that have been caught so far. Richest Nigerian scammer that we know is still Hush Puppy. I think the guy stole over $200 million. That's a whole lot of money. So I guess that answers that question. Who is the Nigerian prince? I've answered that. Who are scammers? You know those that are scammers, people that rip people of their hard-earned money, and it's very painful when you don't really care. There are some people that have to borrow money or lend. Is it borrow or lend? There are people that have to borrow money from family and all to lose it to scammers and all. So it's really, I don't know. Scammers are really, I don't know why they do that. And then you start to imagine if they don't have a heart, or what if this happens to them? Don't they feel like, I don't know. I really don't know, and it's really terrible. I'm a software engineer, and you can make 10K in every 2 hours easily. Uh, yeah, I think yeah. I assume this is something. These are some of the things that they will tell you. Though these are some of the things that they might tell you. Okay, so the next question: Why is Nigeria a scammer country? Well, I think the reason Nigeria is a scammer country, or not, okay, the question is Nigeria a scammer country, or I don't know if it's under why. But no, Nigeria is not a scammer country. They just have scammers. So, but if the question is why are scammers in Nigeria, or why are there lots of scammers in Nigeria, I think the reason is because of the poverty rate is kind of high, or most people live below, I don't know what to call it, but I guess the population plus people live below some means. I don't know how to put it though, but I'm sure you understand what I'm trying to say. Who is the best scammer in Nigeria? I've answered that. Who is the first scammer in Nigeria? I do not know. I honestly do not know. So my husband died 6 years ago. I'm tired of being lonely. Shelly, is this are you is this I don't understand. Is this about you, or this is something they tell you? I'd love to know. So the next one is okay, so I guess we've finished that. So let's go to more interesting ones. I'm sure you will learn from this one. So let me stop sharing this screen. Okay, hold on. So let me share my screen. This one, we are moving into the interesting part. So window. Okay, I hope I'm sharing the right thing. Uh, okay, so hold on, please. Let's just go back here. So okay, so let me just use only scammers. I think I had lots of search queries when I used the word scammers. Okay, so it is because it is the easy way to get money by stealing info from people. Yeah, yeah, stealing. Yeah, it's like the easy way of getting money, stealing info from people. Yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Welcome everyone. I see we are getting there are lots of people joining us. Thank you if you are just joining. Please leave a like and also share this to people that you know will be interested in learning some stuff from this topic. And just I'll be shedding more lights on some questions people have, and I think debunking some misconceptions about scammers in general. So now you can see there are lots of more interesting questions, and this is where it gets serious. I just hope, okay, I hope, okay, I've not started sharing my screen, so I'm sorry about that. So hold on, Chrome tab. Okay. So yeah, these are, as you can see, these are really interesting questions here. So are scammers using Zelle? Well, I don't think most of them use Zelle. I think few of them, or majority of them, use PayPal. Zelle is just very few of them. Like few people use Zelle because I think Zelle is mostly used in the United States. So few scammers use Zelle, but it does not mean they don't use it. So are scammers illegal? Yes, they are. Are scammers using Telegram? I think Telegram as a platform is where all of them decided to converge. Hey, hi Malcolm. Hi Malcolm. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I appreciate you for joining. Welcome. Welcome. No forehead. Welcome. Welcome everyone. I really appreciate you for being here. I really appreciate you. Also, Malcolm, I see the work which you really do on YouTube. Welcome and thank you for everything you've been doing. I think you've been making everywhere safer for people. Okay, thank you. So the next question, are scammers using Telegram? Well, I think this platform is a platform all of them decided to converge, because when you see uh the spam comments on YouTube saying most of them are redirecting you to Telegram. They say contact this person on Telegram for a hacked account, or if you want to maybe get rid of some stuff, but they always redirect you to Telegram. So this is a platform, and I think the reason they use Telegram is because Telegram for Telegram it's easy to just switch your user profile on Telegram. It's easy to change your username. It's easy to just switch up. So I think Telegram is where you can see most of them. That's the platform that most of them I think that's like their home. Let me just put it that way. So the next one, are scammers dangerous? Obviously, scammers are dangerous because for anyone to be able to steal from innocent people. The person could do anything to you. The person really does not care about your life or how you live or how or what you do. They just they just want to rip you off. So yeah, they are actually very dangerous. As scammers, hackers. Well, yes, I think to not all scammers are hackers, but some scammers are hackers, and not all hackers are scammers. I don't know. I don't want to use that word play there, but some of them know how to. Some of them know how to hack, especially those Indian hackers or those that Nigerian scammers are not really into the hacking stuff, but some are into it. So yes, some know how to hack. Let me just put it that way. Some know how to hack, and not just hacking, not just in-depth hacking. Because if you know what a script kiddie is, they just learn basic hacking tricks and they use those hacking tricks. But what they use is social engineering. They get you to click on some links, and with these links, they can use it to access your computer. Some of them request for team viewer, but I don't assume TeamViewer is hacking because it's a legitimate application. So, but yeah, there are some scammers that are hackers. Let me just put it that way. So, are scammers on WhatsApp? Well, it's not. This is not really a platform where they operate, but yes, you can see scammers on WhatsApp. I think the scammers I've seen so far on WhatsApp are Nigerian scammers that are scamming Nigerians, because there are some Nigerian scammers that want to target international audience, like those in other countries. But there are some Nigerian scammers that just scam Nigerians. So you can see those ones on WhatsApp trying to scam your contacts, or once they hack a particular WhatsApp account, they reach out to the contacts and start requesting for money or line or concocting different type of stories. So yeah, obviously, I think the scammers are everywhere on the internet. Every particular platform you can think of, you will see them there. So as scammers, sociopaths, well, a few of them, not a few of them, I guess, not all of them, a few of them. So are scammers ever caught? Well, like I said, I think I've answered this type of question before. Some of them are caught, like the big ones, the top ones that have stolen from organizations. The organizations obviously will have to investigate and will have to catch them. But I think the basic, all these ones that try to scam people or scam individuals, those ones are really never caught. That's the sad thing about it. So it's just for us, or that's why I always try to do videos. Once I see any type of scam, I try to create awareness so that you will not fall for such scams. So I think, because if you eventually fall for the scam, there's no way you can trace the scammer or the hacker or the scammer, because they can always switch up to a different account and just move on. So it's difficult to catch them, except those ones that have a way of catching the scammers, or those scammers that are not smart enough to use VPNs and some of those stuff, because there are obviously some scammers that are still new to the game. I'm hoping you can help me with my hoping you can help me with my problem. Well, yeah, sure. If you can communicate to me later, I will try to understand what problem you have. Okay. So the next one, can scammers use Zelle? I think this is still asking the same question here. So can scammers use PayPal? Yes, this is the platform they love using. So once you use PayPal, they will tell you to send as family and friends. It's really funny. Every time they tell you to send as family and friends, once you see that, you obviously know that this person is a scammer. So it's a red flag. Not like it's a red flag. Once they tell you to send as family and friends, I think yeah. Can scammers go to jail? Yes. Can scammers use Venmo? Yes. They use Venmo, they use Zelle, they use PayPal, but they majorly use PayPal. Can scammers use my phone number? They can't really use your phone number except you use a virtual phone number. But if you use a like a SIM card phone number, they can't really use it except they spoof it. Can scammers spoof phone numbers? Yes. So spoofing of phone numbers means they can, for some minutes or for some time, they can have your phone numbers and they can receive all your SMS, all your text message coming to your phone. They can have everything. So most times they do this by either SIM swapping. So if you know what SIM swapping is, I've explained this in some of my videos. They can spoof your phone numbers, which means every call you receive, they receive it on their end. Every SMS you receive, they receive it on their end, including OTPs and codes and all those stuff. That's why some people notice that their two-factor authentication is being bypassed. So if you're using your SIM card as a medium to receive two-factor authentication, I would say it's better you use a two-factor authentication app like Google Auth or Authy or other ones. Using your SIM card it's okay, but it's not as safe as it should be. Okay. And so the next one, how scammers use Zelle. I can't explain that. How scammers get your number. Okay, so this one is an interesting question. There are several ways they can get your number. I'm sure by now you should know that you shouldn't have your major. I know there are lots of us that do some sort of business. There are some of us that have online businesses and all, but any number you're putting online as a public number should just be a phone number that you can get rid of. You shouldn't be putting your major phone number that people can reach out to you online, like on your Facebook profile or your Instagram profile. You shouldn't just put your number, your major number, because this is where they get your numbers from your social media platforms. And once they get your number, they can spam you messages, they can keep calling you, and you can't get rid of your a number that everyone knows you with. So I would advise you not to just put your phone numbers anywhere on the internet. If you are putting your phone number, make sure you limit it to maybe only your friends can see it or something of that sort. But I wouldn't advise you to put your major phone number online. Then how scammers use Cash App. I think it's a scammer that is asking this question. They want to know how to use Cash App. Yeah, but Cash App was something they used, I think, in 2020, 2021. Nigerian scammers were using this particular application a lot. But I think right now the awareness on it is now a lot. So they've reduced the way they use Cash App. So how scammers use WhatsApp. Uh, well, I've explained this one before. How scammers use gift cards. So once they get a gift card from you, I think some of them sell it, some of them find a way to purchase it, purchase stuff with it. So um, I guess that's how they use it. How scammers work. You already know how they work. How scammers use PayPal. How scammers use Venmo. So these ones are still asking the same type of questions. Uh, So we are moving to the what. We are moving to the what. So it says, what scammers do with your phone? What scammers do with your phone number? Well, they can't really do much with your phone number. So let's keep that. What scammers do? Skip. What scammers do with gift cards? They use it to purchase stuff, or they sell it to people, or they use it to purchase stuff. What scammers see? Mm, well, what scammers say, they say a lot of things. It depends on who their target is or who their victim is. So it depends. There are scammers that are into dating scams or romance scams. There are scammers that are into different type of scams. So there's really no special thing that they say. What scammers do with your SSN, social security number? Hmm. So this one they can use it to for identity theft, to impersonate you. They can use it to do a lot of stuff. So I think your SSN should be something you keep for those in America. And yeah, I think those are the major people that have SSN. For Nigeria, it's BVN, bank verification number, or NIN. So in Nigeria, I think that's what we use in Nigeria, NIN or BVN, but SSN is used in America and I think some other countries, social security number. So you should be keeping that. It shouldn't be something that you share around or keep in the open. Okay. Um, what scammers ask for? They ask for lots of things. They ask for gift card. They ask for money. I don't know. This question is kind of vague. What scammers do with personal information? So I think I want to share a very short story relating to this question. What scammers do with personal information? So during the COVID period, the American government was giving this sort of COVID relief funds to people. And there was this Nigerian scammer. It was a politician in Nigeria that he just had lots of personal information about lots of people. He had their emails, he had their names, somehow he got their passports and some of their personal documents, and he used it to collect the money. How one person collected money of over or meant for over 100 people. And the reason he was able to collect it was because he had their details. So he had to register. For example, there's a form that says register for your COVID relief fund. So the person had their names, he had their phone numbers, he had every details that they requested, including their passports and their their mode of identification. So all the person had to do was fixing an account number there, and the person got all the funds. So I think it's very important to keep your personal information, especially those ones that are private information. There are some information that are public that, I mean, anyone can have it, like your name, your I think your name, your email. I think some emails are public information, but information like your phone number, your bank details, those are personal information. So you wouldn't want scammers to get hold of it, because they can then impersonate you. Okay. Yeah, stimulus relief checks. Yeah, this was one of the things that this was one of the things that the scammers exploited or took that time. So when scammers get scammed, so I think this is like a search query people look for on YouTube when they try to see when scammers get scammed, when they get a taste of their own medicine. So when scammers threaten you, so when they threaten you, just block them. There's no need to keep on engaging in conversation with them, and forget about the threats. I've seen lots of sextortion emails that they send to people. I've done videos relating to that, where they tell you that they hacked your computer or they hacked your phone, and they have some pictures of you, some sensitive images and some stuff. Or if they tell you all those things, just block them, or just don't end the conversation with them, because when you keep on discussing with them, you feel like they have something on you, which they really don't. So once they threaten you, just block them immediately and don't have any conversation with them. It's advisable though. So Christina said, recent scammer news, June 2022. Munir Abubakar, a Nigerian scammer arrested for romance scamming, but he was living in the United States. That's the difference. He was in the United States. Yeah. So the reason why this person was easily arrested was because he was in the United States. So it's easy to arrest someone like that. But if the person is overseas, or maybe the person is operating from Nigeria, it will be really difficult to catch that person, except the person is within the border of the country that he's coming from. So the next one, when do scammers give up? So scammers actually never give up. They never give up. That's one thing I know. But I think they never give up though. I've never really seen anyone that gives up. If maybe they were trying to scam someone and then it falls through and the person catches them and their cover is blown, they move on to the next person. So they don't just say, "Oh, I've been caught. I'm no longer doing." They just move on to the next person. So what happens when scammers get caught? When they get caught, they investigate, they arrest them. Yeah, that's it. They can't refund the money, because most times, most of them might have spent the entire money, except they still have the money. Then they would retrieve some amount of they will retrieve the remaining amount of money with them when they get caught. When they figure out they're talking to a scam beta. Yeah. It's crazy. So what happens to a scammer? Very vague question. What are the signs of a scammer? I think it's the major sign of a scammer is when the person is requesting for money or requesting for funds. Or yeah, that's just the basic thing. But I don't know. Scammers, there are no, you can't say that there's a major sign of a scammer. I think this is what I said, that if you know this, if you know the answer to this question, because now this is the second time this question is popping up. What are the signs of a scammer? You can go ahead and answer, but I think there are different signs. There are some people that come to meet you with sponsorship scams, that they will pay you a certain amount of money, that you just need to click on a link and follow some steps. Those people, they are trying to, first of all, get into your computer. So once they've gotten into your computer, they can now maybe hit you with a ransomware and then start extorting you or something of that sort. So there are different ways. There's no, but the only way the only way I know that, okay, this is a sign of a scammer is when someone is coming to offer me something I never requested for, I never searched for. So, is this a scammer? Is this okay? Next question: is this a scammer? Can scammer be caught? So I'm skipping that. Where do scammers get your number? From social media. Where do scammers get your information? From social media. So I think what everyone don't know, I think I've gotten to the level where I've studied social engineering because I've studied cybersecurity for a while now, I think for 2 years or so. So I've studied social engineering in a way that, if like now, I think Christina just has her name Christina T. And Christina is not a, I don't think Christina is a YouTuber or a content creator. I think with just this Christina T, if you have other social media platforms, I could trace you, I could get other social media platforms, I could, except you're not on social media, if you're just nowhere on social media except YouTube, I could still find who Christina T is. So why am I giving this example? I'm just trying to say that for this question, where is the question? Where do scammers get your information? They get it online. So some of them already know how to search for information online and get your details just from any little, just with any little information they have, they can track you, get your information, and also everything is online. So if you have lots of your information online, yeah, you can be an easy target. So just be wary about the information you put online. Where do scammers call from? From their houses, from their beds, different places, from different countries. Where do scammers live? They live in their homes. Where do scammers get their pictures? From the internet. Where do scammers sell gift cards? Either to their fellow scammers, or they sell it on the deep dark web or deep web or all those stuff. There are different places to sell this stuff. There are some that sell it on Facebook, on WhatsApp. They tell you that they are selling gift cards. They have gift cards for 5,000 naira, or $10 or something. So you you can they sell it anywhere they want to sell it. So Christina says, my FB is under a different name. Yeah, Christina, yes, your FB might be under a different name, but okay, I maybe I should do this as a challenge. I will try to, since you said your FB is under a different name, I will try to get your FB name with just this Christina T. So let's see if I can get it. So maybe after this video, I will just, and then I will let you know in the comment section or in my community tab. I'll just let you know, or privately. So, but you can get any information you want. You just need to search very deeply, and you need to have the experience. So, what's the next question? Where do scammers sell gift cards? How to find their location? So to get their location, you can use grabify.link. It will tell you where the person is currently located. If it's in Nigeria, it will tell you where in Nigeria. So you can use Google Map to get their location. So the next one, which. So we are going to this keyword, which scammers alert. So this is a vague question. Scammers, which, okay, these are just, which scammer are you, which bank scammers, which apps do scammers use? So I did a video relating to this, the tools that scammers use. So they have lots of apps. They have PayPal because you use it to receive money. They have some apps that they can use. That those apps are like built-in tools for social engineering, or for hacking social media accounts, or for cloning websites, or for creating, so they have lots of different apps. They have Zelle. They have every app that every regular person has, and some of their special apps. So I think that's all I can see on that. So who is the best scammer? Who is the most famous scammer? I know of the most famous Nigerian scammer is Hush Puppy. I don't know of the most famous, maybe Indian scammer or any other type of scammer. Who is a scammer? Someone that steals people's money, or um, um, dupes people of their money, or I don't know. I don't know what. I think the definition of a scammer is just someone that steals people's hard-earned money by deceiving them. I guess that's the basic explanation of who a scammer is. So scammers who got caught. There are lots that got caught. I can't mention their names. Scammers who pretend to be celebrities. Now this is a very interesting one. Scammers who pretend to be there are lots of them doing this stuff. I think I currently exposed a one of them in a video I did recently. I think 3 videos ago or 4 videos ago. There are some that pretend to be some of these famous YouTubers, and then they send you messages and they pretend to be them. I think this they just use some. It works because they use some of these celebrities, and then if sorry, if you're not careful, you will think that you are actually talking to those celebrities or those influencers without knowing that you're talking to a scammer. Anonymous 12, welcome. It says, how would you like to make $10,000? I will teach you through Bitcoin. Exactly. So if you see if you see something like this, someone can just reach out to you and tell you, would you like to make $10,000? I will teach you through. Once you see something like this is just a red flag. This is telling you that, oh, it's completely, this person is a scammer, and the person is trying to collect some money from you. So these are some of the questions which they, or some of the things they will approach you with, telling you that you can make money, and they know that most people want to make money, so they just bring some lies like that to you. So scammers who got away. There are a lot of scammers who have gotten away. Scammers who call and hang up. Well, I don't know of these ones, but I know if a scammer calls you, most times they don't talk. Or when you request to speak with them, they don't talk. They wait for you to say something and then they hang up. So I don't know. Those ones are just crazy. Scammers who got caught in the act. I don't know. Scammers, who are they? Scammers who call. Scammers, who do scammers target? Yeah, so who do scammers target? I think I've done a video like this, which if you've not watched the video, you can just find it somewhere in under my scam playlist. The video is scammers targets, I think scammers targeting different age groups. So there are different age groups. There are people that are maybe 15 to 17, 18 to 25, 25 to 30. So scammers actually target different age groups based on, they know that if they are targeting someone who is 17 years old, the person wouldn't really be able to help them or give them anything financially. So they have certain age groups that they target. So if they're targeting someone who is 60 something, they know that this person maybe has some sort of money, or if they're targeting someone that is 50 years old, they know that this person has some financial prowess or prowess. So they have different age groups who they target, and different types of people. I guess they make their research before scamming or before targeting people, victims basically. So why scammers use WhatsApp? Well, I don't know why I don't know why scammers use WhatsApp, but I, I will assume it's just convenient for them. They use whatever is convenient for them. Why scammers want gift cards? Because gift cards it's they can use it to get whatever they want. It's you can't really trace it, so it's something that is untraceable. So I guess that's why they want gift cards. I don't know. If you know why they want gift cards, please you can leave it in the comment section. I'm finding it difficult to answer that particular question. Why scammers want gift cards? I don't know. I don't know. But I think just like a gift card can be used to purchase something online. So I guess that's why they need it. So why scammers use Zelle? Because maybe I don't know, they like Zelle. Why scammers use Telegram? Because it's easier for them to change their profile or change their username once they've scammed someone. Why scammers use Hangouts? I think before they usually use Hangouts, but now it's really limited. I think it's now Google Chats instead of Google Hangouts. So I don't know if they still use Hangouts, but it was before that I know that there were lots of Nigerian scammers used Hangouts a lot. So why scammers want your email? Um, I, I don't know. I think why they want your email. If this question is why would they want your email to scam you? That's why they want your email. But if the person means why would scammers try to hack your email? If they are trying to hack your email, it's because they want to impersonate you and scam some of your contacts or some of the other people that know you. So this question can be tailored in two different ways. Okay. So the next one, why scammers scam? I honestly, they most of them have no justification why they do what they do, because um some of them will tell you that yeah, that things are hard, but everyone is struggling in their own way, but does not mean you would steal from someone, because you some people that they have stolen from, or some people that they've scammed have ended up taking their own lives because they couldn't deal with how will they repay the stuff that they have stolen, or so they don't really care about these victims. So I really think that they have no genuine reason. No one has any genuine reason to scam. So why scammers ask for Zelle? I don't know why they ask for Zelle. Maybe because that's what they are familiar with. So will scammers send you money? No, they will never, ever, 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 ever. Scammers will never send you money. Yes, Hangout has changed to Google Chats. Yeah, you're right. Hangout has changed to Google Chat. So they say, will scammers send you money? No, they will never send you money. They can only send you fake money, and then they will send you a check, and they will tell you just the normal refund scam, the way it works. So you will think that they've sent you money, but it will not actually reflect in your account. And once you send it back to them, you know how refund scam works. If you don't know what a refund scam is, you can just go ahead and do the research on Google. So will scammers come to your house? Well, no. I've never heard of any scammer going to someone's house, because I mean they don't want to get caught. They know that you could easily call the police to come and arrest them. So they will never come to your house regardless, or no matter what happens. It's not, they can't risk it. They can't take the risk. Why will scammers use PayPal? Yes. Will scammers threaten you? Some of them do, but they are all empty threats. Like I've said it before, the scammers send you gifts. No, they will never send you gifts. If they are telling you they're sending you gifts, this is a red flag, because they just want to steal from you. True, email is the root of all. No Forehead said, true, email is almost root of all social media bank account. Yeah, so I think once they have your email, it's easy to access other platforms, because once you want to register for any platform, your bank or whatever it is, you always put in your email. And so I think email is really important. That's where you can get your recovery codes. That's where you can. So I think that's why they want to get your email. So thank you for that. No Forehead. Anonymous 12 says, yes, scammers will send you money for Ponzi scheme so that I can bring. Well, yeah, this is a very good one. Yeah, in a way, when they do this Ponzi scheme sort of stuff, they must have stolen money. They must have stolen money from some people, and then, well, I didn't really think of this. So thank you very much. So they must have stolen money from some people, like when they tell you to bring someone, and when you bring $100, they will multiply it to $200. The reason they're multiplying it, and the reason they will actually give it, is because you must have they must have collected it from someone before, and then maybe they will not be giving it to you, like that. But in the end, when you now put in more money, they end up ripping you off, or they end up scamming you. So yeah, I guess Ponzi scheme is only in Ponzi schemes that most of these scammers can give you money, but they will still collect it in the end, so you wouldn't really gain anything. um so will scammers kill you? No, no, they can't kill you. They can't. Will scammers do video calls? So this is a very interesting question. Can someone answer this? Do you think scammers will do video calls? Let me just give you some seconds. Do you think scammers will do video calls, or the money comes directly from another victim? So do you think scammers do video calls? That's the question. That's one of the questions I saw here. Will scammers do video calls? If you request for a video call, do you think they will do video call? Or have you ever had a video call with any of them that you've encountered? I would like to know. Um, let me just answer it, or let me just answer based on my own perspective. So, well, some of them would never, or most of them would never accept to do a video call with you, and that's a red flag. When you are conversing with someone, or when you have a conversation with someone and you feel like something is fishy and you request for a video call and the person starts giving lots of excuses that, oh, they don't permit video calls, or in their offices they don't do video calls, or the network is too bad for a video call. Once you start receiving some of those excuses, it's just a red flag to tell you that this is probably a scammer. So most times they will not do a video call, but some of them will do a video call and then they would not show their face completely. They will just sort of show their background, maybe where they stay, but they wouldn't put their faces in the videos. Why some, they have some extreme scammers use deep fakes. If you know what deep fakes is, um, it's just they can easily pick up. So if they are trying to impersonate someone, they could use deep fake, but I don't think basic scammers have access to using deep fakes. So some of them use video softwares that they can just put a recorded video of someone that they are impersonating, and they will just. But I think by now everyone knows how to detect all those their tricks. Um, so scammer comparison. Okay, so I'm just looking for. Let me look for interesting questions. Hijacking scammers' phone numbers. Scammers have my address. Hmm. So please, I think this is really important. If you ever have a conversation with anybody and the person tells you he has your home address, and the person should actually send you your home address or text it to you that this is where you live and that is where you actually live, please and please find a way to report to the police. They need to know about it. Don't just keep silent, keep quiet, or feel like, oh, they can't come close to you, they can't come to your house. Once a scammer gives you your exact home address, please, it's very important to report to the police. But they shouldn't have your home address in the first place. Sorry, never put your home address on your CV, because I think that's where most of them get it from. They have fake job sites that once you put your CV, and if your home address is on your CV, they get it and then they tell you they have your home address. Some of them send you emails that, oh, they have your home address, that you're living in so place, and so they just threaten you because they have your home address. So these are the likely places they get your home address from: your CV, your social media account. So you shouldn't be putting your address on your social media accounts. If, for example, you live in a place in California, an exact address in California, you can just put on your social media that you live in California. California is big; no one will want to trace you, or no one can trace you in California. But never be specific, never be too never. I'm just getting confused. Don't be too specific about your exact address, even on your CV. No one needs your exact address on your CV. You just need to put a particular, maybe a state or a particular location in California, or a particular place in California. Don't put your exact street number or house number. It's really important. So I still see some people doing that. Okay, Christina said you have to go right now. Okay. I appreciate you for being here, Christina. Thank you very much. If you've left, I still thank you for joining. I really appreciate your time being with us. Thank you very much. Anonymous 12 says there are scammers who meet their clients on a different scam like black money. Well, you're right also. You're right also. Just you're right also. Um, So I'm just looking through these other questions. Scammers having Instagram, scammers handbook. So there's scammer handbook. This is where they learn how to scam. They sell this amongst themselves. So it's easy to get a scammer's handbook, basically. So that's where they teach you how to scam. They sell this for $40 or something like that. I can't remember how much. Scammers have my phone number. Scammers in Facebook Marketplace. So Facebook Marketplace is another place that most of these scammers are. So scammer images, scammers. So I'm looking for a very interesting, but these are no longer questions. These are no longer questions. Uh, Okay, so see this one. See this one. I don't know if you can see this. Can I don't I had Shelly said I had a scammer that threatened my life. He had my home address. I tried to file a police report, but my local police will not take the report. So this happens in some cases where, like I know in Nigeria, no one really cares about that. No one cares about if you're being threatened. That it's tough. So I know it happens like this where you might try to report to the police that someone has your address and is threatening you, and they will not do anything. Well, you just need to be cautious. Just take your own security. Know when you go home, and just be more careful. And please don't engage further with the scammer. Just block the scammer. Okay, don't engage with the scammer. I think that's the right thing to do. So, can scammers get info from texting? Mm, can scammers get info from texting? Well, if you're just texting with them, they might not be able to get much info. But I don't know. I don't know. This question is very tricky. So, but yeah, they can get some info based on you just texting with them. They can know where you're from and all those stuff. So, trying to get more. Can scammers fake video calls? I think I've answered this one. Yes, they can fake video calls. What is scammer spoofing? So scammer spoofing is when they basically, um, I guess one is relating to phone number. So they can spoof your phone number in a way that once you get a text message, they receive it also. Any OTP you get on your SIM card on your phone or your SMS, they receive it also. So that's what spoofing is. What does scammer get scammed means? Okay, what does scammer get scammed mean? So scammer get scammed means someone scammed the scammer. Maybe a scammer was trying to scam them, and they ended up scamming the scammer and collecting money from the scammer, or stopping the funds that was supposed to get to the scammer by deceiving the scammer. So there are two ways that can go. So thank you if you're watching this on replay. Please and please leave a like, and you can also share this for everyone that wants to have an idea of everything related to scammers or scammer or the keyword scammers. So um, Google scammers with phone number, scammers with email, scammers with pictures. So I guess this would have. So I think I've covered most of this stuff. I think I've covered most of this stuff. Mm. So I think I've covered most of the keyword, but let me just tell you what I'm up to. So I was trying to do a video. I was trying to do a video where I social engineer subscribers of two different content creators on YouTube, because I did the video before like that where I social engineered Pleasant Green subscribers and got them thinking that I was Pleasant Green, and they gave me some info, or they could basically have even given me money because they didn't know I was not Pleasant Green. So I'm currently working on something like that right now to social engineer and show you how powerful social engineering is. But I'm kind of restricted in a way. But I'll just update you further on that later on. I'll update you further on that, on how powerful social engineering can be, no matter who you are. The funny thing is that some people think that um they have idea of, oh, this is a scam, that they can easily trace or tell when something is a scam. But in some cases, you might not know something is a scam until you actually fall for it. So you just need to be extra careful. And I would appreciate it. I think I would create a platform where people can always share any scam you see. Please, any scam you see, you can go ahead and share with me either on my community tab section, or once you leave a comment in my comment section, I will see the comment, and then I would always get back to you, because I think right now I need to build a dictionary of scams so that I can expose more of these scams for people that are people that don't know much about these scams, just to expose these scams and create a form of awareness. So if you have any scam that you came across newly and you think I might want to know about it, please, you can always share that with me. So mm, so let me, I don't know if this will allow me to search for one more thing, but let me just see if I can. Social engineering. I don't think. Okay, so I've hit the maximum number of searches. Okay, so let me use this time to appreciate everyone. Thank you, Christina. Thank you, Anonymous12. Thank you, Shelly Steed. Thank you, No for Head. Thank you, Malcolm Merlin. Thank you, YouTube Official. Thank you, um, everyone that joined, even those that did not leave a comment. But I know a lot more people watched this, and I really appreciate your comments. I really appreciate everything for being with me or for taking time to join this live stream. I truly and very much appreciate it. I will try to do more content. I'll try to do more helpful videos, but I always try to get more videos relating to scam so that we can create as much awareness as possible. So also okay, I think there's a new comment. A new comment just came in. Okay, okay. So yeah, so you can go ahead, and I would appreciate if you can get. I did some merch. I don't know if you saw my videos on the merch I did relating to scams. So some of those merch I just designed them. So I would appreciate if you can get some of those merch. And also, yeah, I just remembered I'll be doing some sort of giveaway, I guess. Um I on my community section, I put on my community tab. What do I keep calling it section? On my community tab, I put a QR code that you could scan, and then you see what it's all about. But I guess I'm going to be doing a giveaway sort of where I'm giving out some merch, and I don't know if memberships maybe. So thank you. You can always join our channel memberships. I really appreciate it. Join channel membership is one way to help the channel to put out more videos, to make more research, and please just support in any way you can. And yeah, I really appreciate it. So thank you for watching. At this point, I think we can end the live stream because we've done a lot of talking. I can't believe I didn't get water. Why doing this? Why doing this video? I've talked longer than I expected to talk. So yeah, thank you for joining us, and I will see you in my next video, which will be tomorrow or so. So thank you and stay safe. Bye guys.